Hey guys, Stuart Piddle on the most targeted citizen. I'll try to look here. Anyway, we'll do a little breakfast thing. I can't do lives anymore, and the reason why is I did the live yesterday, got a good response, got a lot of people in the chat. It still has not processed. Is that weird for anybody else? I have full signal, I have Wi-Fi here at the house, and it hasn't processed yet. Is that weird to you? I'm going to show you something else that you may find weird. This right here is called liver mush. You ever heard of liver mush? One of the best delicacies of the South. It was invented, created pretty much here. Liver mush is not Scrabble. Scrapple. I don't even like the name of that. Scrapple. Liver mush is not Scrapple. But this is all the best parts of the pig that are left over. I like mine thick and soft. A lot of people like it thinner and crispy, but I like my liver mush thick and soft. Like my women. Anyway, a lot of response yesterday from the video. Have you seen so many bootlickers in your life than you did on my video about the court date? The one guy, the fire guy, I've actually Googled his name. If it's the same guy, he works in a firehouse in Georgia. It's the same guy. I'm sure he'll comment on this video. The crazies just come out. Think about this, guys. These bootlicking cocksuckers. And listen, here's my deal. I think law enforcement are the biggest cancer on our society today. And an analogy I made earlier, these people that lick the boots of cops, the equivalent of that to me are Jews licking the boots of Nazis. Oh, please, put me on the train. Please, please, please. Will you starve me to death and then burn my corpse? Please? Have you ever imagined in your life that people think the cops are here to protect us? They're the good guys. When did a cop ever protect you? I want one of the bootlicking copsuckers in the audience to come on here and tell me when a cop protected you. Oh, well, my house was broken into, and they stole my TV and my computer, and they stole everything. And cops showed up 3 days later, and well, they didn't show up. They called me, and they told me to come into the station, and, well, they told me to come in at their convenience to the station, and they would write it down. No, the cop didn't write it down. The woman at the front counter wrote down the report. The cop didn't. You getting a pattern here? We are a lot safer. Listen, what's the saying? Cops are 10 minutes away when you need them now. Something like that, huh? Let me show you. This is the process of liver mush. I'm a little discombobulated this morning. Liver mush. Pardon my stove. I ain't been able to clean today yet. I'm moving slow. This shoulder's bummed and it really hurts. Let's see. But can you believe that somebody would come on and leave this comment? Cops can't pull you over without a reason. What? Cops wouldn't pull you over. Cops aren't allowed to lie. You believe I got that comment? Cops aren't allowed to lie. Really? They're not? Here's another term that people may not know the meaning of. A pretextual stop. Do you think cops pull people over because they're speeding? Do you think that they pull you over because you're allegedly speeding? Woo, that grease got me. No! That's called a pretextual stop. In other words, they pull you over to find another reason to bust you. So I drive old cars. Not because I have to, because I decide to. I don't want these new crap. I don't want your brand new Chevy truck. I don't want your brand new Ford truck. I don't want that. I love my little Ranger. It's got 88,000 miles on it. It runs like a top. It uses no oil. It doesn't smoke. The heat's hot. The air's cold. It does everything that I need it to do, and it even does more than it's supposed to do. So what cops will do, for the cop suckers in the audience, they will see an old vehicle, an old Ranger like mine, and I messed up on my truck. It had the perfect patina, and I went and I said, well, I'm going to paint it. So I sanded a fender down on it and primed it, and it ruined it. when all I had to do was just clear coat it and leave it alone. But I got in a hurry and was going to do something different. I wanted to show my son because I was going to give it to Mason, but seeing as he doesn't want to be my son anymore because he's being a really jerk here lately, cops will pull you over because of what your vehicle looks like. Especially when they see 2 or 3 people in the front seat of my little truck. They'll pull you over thinking, oh, they're going to go make a meth deal, or oh, they're going to go do this, or oh, they're going to go do that. They must be up to no good. Look, that truck's leaning in the back because I haul stuff up to a piece of property up in another county. So cops will pull you over hoping for a drug bust, for something bigger and better. That's what a pretextual stop is called. But, you know, the copsuckers don't believe that. Oh, they would never pull you over for any other reason. They would only pull you over if you were speeding. They wouldn't do it for any other reason. They're not allowed to lie. Well, shock and surprise here, guys. The Supreme Court said that law enforcement is allowed to lie to you. Amazing. They can't. That's not true. They can't lie to you. That's against the law for cops to lie to you. No, it ain't. But the amount of copsuckers that came out, and that one, like I said, the one douchebag, forgive me, Lord, woo, man, I was doing so much better. But the one guy, he leaves like 5 different comments. Of course, he's a firefighter. See, I got a chick that I've known for years and years and years. When the first time I was put in a nut house, unlawfully put into the nut house, I met a girl in there that worked in there. And she's been my friend ever since. Because she's like, why are you here? You shouldn't be here. Because she worked at the Harley shop too. She's like, why are you here? You shouldn't even be here. Anyway, she's worked as a nurse for years and years and years in mental health mainly. So she is on that side. So cops are always nice to her. She sees, oh, they're the good guys. So they're here to save lives. They're here to protect us. Listen, I got a question. How many people in the audience, when you see blue lights come in your rearview mirror, do you say, yes, I can't wait to meet this guy. I bet he's a hero. I can't wait for him to come up to the car and talk to me. He put his blue lights on. Look, he really wants to talk. Do you don't have that feeling? You don't get that feeling when you get pulled over by law enforcement? You don't get happy? You're not elated when you see the blue lights in your rearview mirror? That doesn't make you you're not pleased when that happens? Why not? They're heroes. What? And the ultimate irony, they're there to keep us safe. If you were speeding, you should be pulled over because that's dangerous. How many traffic laws does a law enforcement officer break to pull out in front of us? To chase us down the road? Me and my other buddy, we were riding down Longview yesterday, heading up the mountain towards where did we go? Went over to Mountain View. We had to go to the hardware store to get an oil pump for my chainsaw. So we're riding over there, and Longview cop is in front of us, and now we've got a Democrat mayor in the house over here, and now she's put like twice as many cops on the road. There's like 4 new cop cars on the road now, and that's all they do now is just pull everybody over, because Democrats know we can generate revenue if we put more cop cars on the road, and that'll make up for the difference in all the cop cars. So right in front of us, doesn't throw on his lights or nothing, slams his brakes on. We have to lock it down to keep him hitting in the ass. Swings a U-turn, goes out in somebody's yard, off the road, back up, one, takes off the other way, and not one time did he turn his lights on. Endangered us, endangered the cars coming in the other way. There could have been a dog or a person in that yard. He could have ran over. Nope. Didn't slow down. He just took off. And then the other comment was, look at him. Of course he wasn't wearing his seatbelt. Look, in the video he didn't have a seatbelt on. That could be true. That could be true. But one thing that I found yesterday, when I went through my laundry and I had to put a shirt on, I put on my hoodie yesterday, and I got in the truck and I realized, whoa, this is the hoodie that I had on. The hoodie's the exact same blue color as the seatbelt in my truck, proving the fact that cop didn't see whether I had a seatbelt on or not. Huh? Especially if I'm moving at 70 miles an hour And in my truck, when the back squatted, it's like this right here, and I already sit low, because you sit low in a Ford Ranger seat. You don't sit real high. So I'm sitting low, with my son beside me and my daughter beside him, driving down the road, and he's supposedly on this side, the opposite side of the road, and I'm flying allegedly at 70 miles an hour, and he says he could see that I didn't have my seatbelt on. Well, I'm telling you, he must have X-ray vision if that's the case. And of course, the ones who say, you didn't get pulled over. Where's the video? Where's the video at? You ain't got no proof of it. The same ones, of course, that say, you ain't got no Harley Davidsons. Didn't nobody steal your box, and then I proved it. You didn't get no money from that lawsuit. You didn't sue nobody, and then I showed you the check stub. You ain't do this, and you didn't do that, and then, just like with Mossy Man, it's been me a long time on this channel. It's easy. I mean, 90% of the videos that I have been taken down from YouTube. This is like my 4th channel, I think. Go through the catalog I have now and find a lie. Bring it to me. Put the little blue mark on there with the timestamp of what lie I told, and let's go over it. I got no, why? Hey guys, I went off YouTube for 6 months because I wanted attention. Hey guys, I decided to come back on YouTube and make up a story about getting pulled over by a cop just for attention. The stupid in this world is ridiculous. I watched a video today from Levi Trumbull. He's I don't know if he's Sean Porter's son or not, but Levi Trumbull, he's a First Amendment advocate, and this kid gets in front of City Hall in Maryland, I think it is, and the kid gets up there and he says, listen, the cops unlawfully pulled me over. They said I rolled a stop sign, and then they got me for a DUI, said I was on drugs or I was drunk. They charged the poor kid with 5 things, but the reason for me mentioning him is he got up there and he's sitting there telling City Hall, and you can look at it, any youth of today, and you can look, every other word is and you know what I'm saying, really, and it's scary. That's one thing where the youth are that, how do you say, captive from as learned as we are, as my generation is. Am I Gen X or Gen Z? I think I'm Gen X. I don't even like that term either, because I'm older school than my age group is, because I grew up, I've always hung out with older people. I didn't like people my age that were dumb. I couldn't learn from people my age. I wanted to learn from the old folks. So I would always hang out with most of my best friends were like 60. And now, unfortunately, they've died. So I'm just struggling to maintain what I got. But these people that think that government is here to protect you, they're fools. Do they not see what's happening in the world? They don't understand anything. I mean, I am not woke, but I'm awakened. The people that claim to be woke are the blindest ones out there, and then the people on the right, and most of them are the Donald Trump supporters. Oh, blue lives matter, blue lives matter. Literally praising road pirates. They don't understand the first thing the cop gets when they murder you is a paid vacation. In what job can you murder your employer and get a paid vacation? That's American police. But, oh no, I'm the bad guy. I'm the one that does all wrong. Where's that video you recorded? You ain't got no proof you did nothing. And of course, they think that I was talking proudly because I cussed that cop for everything he was worth. They think I was proud of the fact that I lowered myself to that pig standard. Not proud of that moment, because God says, be angry but sin not. And I lost my cool. I'll admit I lost my cool, but men admit when they're wrong. But the trolls, you didn't cuss that cop. You ain't got the balls to cuss that. Are you really? It takes balls to cuss somebody? I did not know that. I did not know that it takes balls to cuss a cop. It's weird. It doesn't sound correct, but, you know, it's your story. You can tell it any way you want to. But, you know, surprising surprising amount of views. Although YouTube has been very stringent when it comes to letting me post videos, they've never had much problem with my comments. Well, they have now struck down when it comes to comments. I'm on an 18-hour hold for my comments. Why? Because the cop suckers that commented on my video reported me for disagreeing with their opinions in the comment section. So they can bash me. The one says, well, them drugs are really working good. Drugs? Again, let's go back through all my videos and find the day where I was stoned, drunk, or high. What drugs? What? Oh, I have a beard. Oh, I must be a drug because I grow my beard out in the winter for what? For hunting. Well, there ain't no hunting now. Turkey hunting's coming up in a couple months. Turkey hunting. It's still cold in April. So this is a garment. This is a garment. So don't judge me that. Oh, it's because the way you sound. You sound like a dumb redneck. So dumb rednecks are all on drugs? Really? And it's usually these cop-sucking lunatics. And this is what they affiliate being outspoken with. Well, he must be high to talk like that about law enforcement because the only reason you'd hate cops is if you got busted one day for something you was doing wrong. You must have had meth on you and cops pulled you one day and that's why you hate law enforcement. No, I hate to see good men and women in this country have their lives ripped apart, have their money stolen. And most Americans right now are living paycheck to paycheck. Actually, they're living Monday through Wednesday. The majority of Americans are living Monday through Wednesday, not knowing how they're going to buy food. So you go and you slap a $500 ticket and fine on one of those good people. We're talking about a downward spiral that government workers will never understand, because what's one job in the world you can almost never get fired from? Government. Government. That's the hardest people on the planet to fire, is a government worker. Well, that's one thing Donald Trump did do, is he made it easier to fire bureaucrats. He made it easier to get them out of business. But, I mean, literally, these people, I don't understand. It's Munchausen syndrome. It's Munchausen. Oh, cops they protect us. You know what? And here's how naive these copsuckers are. They actually think that if somebody breaks in your house, they think that cops come out and take fingerprints. They think cops come out and take pictures of what's been damaged when your house is broken into. They don't give a crap. They don't know. The only thing cops do is write down what you tell them, and you're lucky they write down what you say instead of their own narrative. That's what's so bizarre to me. Get out there and be a victim and then tell me how well law enforcement protected you. Here's what happens in America today. Convenience store clerk in New York, little bitty 90-pound Hispanic man, a huge black man runs in his store with a freaking knife, robs him at gunpoint, and this little Mexican fella in a bodega stabs and kills him. Guess who went to jail? The little man defended his store. U.S. Marine. Oh yeah, chow chow. Chow chow. I eat chow chow on my eggs. Whether it's liver mush, whether it's bacon, any kind of sandwich meat. Every time I eat eggs, I eat chow chow. It's like a pickled relish. It tastes sour like this, but once you put it on something, it turns sweet. U.S. Marine chokes out a mugger on the subway of New York. Chokes him out, and I think he killed him. Because the man had been on there trying to kill people. I think he was like trying to rape a woman or something. Guess who went to jail? U.S. Marine. In America today, if you protect and defend life and liberty, guess what happens to you? you go to jail. So where's the justice at in law enforcement? If they're there to protect us, then why are people getting mugged and murdered? If they're there to protect us, right? No, they're not there to protect you. They're there to generate revenue. Revenue. Well, if that's the case, you telling us that you never called law enforcement? I call law enforcement. I need them to be the secretary to write it down, because guess what? If you write it down, it don't mean squat. That's unfortunate. So all the cop suckers that... Tell me, if you've got a story... And here's the thing. Well, if you'll just listen to what cops say, it'll be over. More than likely, they're not going to get you with a ticket. If they pulled you over... And listen, there's always the exception to the rule. Okay? Always. But when when a trooper pulls you over in North Carolina, you're going to get a ticket whether you did something or not. There's not one time that I've been pulled over by a highway patrol in North Carolina where I didn't get a ticket, where they didn't take money out of my pocket. And tell me this, why should my insurance rates go? Well, your insurance rates go up because you're a danger, because you're speeding. Then what about the people who don't drive with insurance, who don't even have insurance? Like all the illegal aliens out there who drive without a license. You know, when my sister was, I guess she was in 12th grade. And this is right when the invasion really started happening. Not during Reagan. Reagan caused like 40 million to come here, but this is right when the invasion really started coming hard and heavy. She got hit at the top of our road, and Conover cops showed up. And they did nothing. They said, well, we're not allowed to take that guy to jail. Had no license. He was drunk. We're not allowed to do anything because we can't prove we can't prove who they are. What? We can't do anything because all we got to do is we'll bring them to the jail if we can't prove who they are. Even with our fingerprinting program, we don't have the records on file, so we can't prove who they are. So we can't hold them here without an identity. So in other words, they come here, they break the law, and bye. Let me tell you something else, guys. Did you know in California now and Chicago, if you're an illegal alien and you don't have a driver's license or identification, you can enter law enforcement. Did you hear me? You can join law enforcement. If you're an illegal alien, you come from any terrorist nation in the world, you can come to America and get a job in law enforcement. Guess what Senator Dick Durbin's doing? Now in America, if you cross that border, Dick Durbin's passing a law to give you citizenship. Not only just blanket amnesty, but now they're going to train illegal aliens from every third world country in the world that hates us. They're going to give you the greatest military gear on the planet, and they're going to train you to be a United States soldier. Boy, that can't turn out bad at all, can it? And guess who you think is who approves of that? Law enforcement. So if you're me and you had a felon almost 30 years ago, a felony, and haven't committed a felony since, oh no, you can't work for any government agency. You're not even allowed to own. Now, Supreme Court has overturned the felony rule when it says that you can't have a firearm if you're a felon. That's been overruled by the Supreme Court. But I can't do any government work. But if you're an illegal alien, if you break the law to come into America, you pay coyotes to get here. Third world countries, people that openly scream, I hate America, you can just come right on in and get you a job in the United States military. We're going to hand you weapons. And it's perfectly set up because our military right now are being trained to kill you. Did you know that? The military, the United States military, is being trained right now to end your life. You see, you know when the war stage is changing? Anytime the United States changes their camo, anytime they change their uniform, that means they're getting ready to change their area of war. See, the first green camo, the BDUs, that was for Vietnam. That was for jungle warfare. And then after that, what did we get after that? Well, we got the sand. We got the sand. The Sanskrit. That's what I call the Sanskrit. That was the Desert Storm Gulf War, the Middle East, the beige, kind of like the color of this shirt. It was that camo. Have you seen the new camo? Kind of looks like United States camo, like for our woodlands and foothills and all that good stuff. You think they're going to bring war to us? They are. Have you not seen all the troop movements on the railroad tracks? All the tanks and armored carriers up and down the roads? War's coming to America, and it's not going to be our troops defending us. It's our troops rounding us up. If that doesn't scare you, you're a bigger fool than I thought. But I'm sure all you government workers and all you cop suckers will say, well, no way. They took an oath. Every time I hear a First Amendment auditor say, when they're talking to law enforcement, well, you took an oath to the Constitution. They look at you like you're a fool. You think that matters? That's no different than saying you had to give your name and birth date on the application. You got to take an oath, okay? What am I taking an oath to? It doesn't matter, okay? Ridiculous. Anyway, this is it. Liver mush, egg, and cheese. Pepper jack cheese, chow chow, liver mush. Doesn't that look delicious? Oh my gosh. I love liver mush. Anyway, God bless.